Welcome back. Time for our police cam segment showing you the dangers that police officers face every day. Officers in Norman, Oklahoma were called to a home hit by 5 bullets, including one that went into a boy's bedroom while he was in the room. Now, the family was not hurt, and police got them to safety. But while officers were investigating, the suspect started firing again with handguns and high-powered rifles.
Hey, can you watch on the other corner?
Yep.
Ooh. That's another gunshot. Did you hear that?
Baker one, we have more gunshots going off. That's 5, 6.
Hey, this is Lieutenant Savage, the Norman Police Department. Hey, if you're shooting guns over there, you're hitting houses over here off 58. I need for you to call me back, or I need for you to stop.
Now, police tried to talk to the suspect. He didn't answer. A detective's unmarked car was hit by gunfire, and officers realized they needed to evacuate more homes. Lieutenant Marcus Savage and Officer Kyle Hicks saw a house near the back of the suspect's property with an elderly man who did not hear the officers telling him to get to safety. The officers went through a barbed wire fence, as you see there, and the suspect then started shooting again. Lieutenant Savage could hear the bullets whiz by him on either side of him. They ran toward the home as a bullet hit a car in the driveway and another ricocheted off a fence post.
Hey, let's go. He's shooting at you now. Get out of the house.
Get out of the house.
Come on, quick.
Come on, man. They say get out.
Watch here, take traffic.
They found the man who had trouble walking inside with his daughter and son-in-law. Savage and Hicks took positions on either side of the house for 2.5 hours to try to keep the family safe. Police sent up a drone, and the suspect started shooting at it. Get this. That diverted the suspect's attention away from the officers, who were able to bring in an armored car and rescue the family. Police kept trying to make contact with the shooter, who eventually took his own life. Investigators found 5 guns and multiple clips at the scene. 3 homes and 3 vehicles had been hit by bullets, but no officers and none of the neighbors shot at were injured. We're proud to be joined by 2 of the officers involved, Lieutenant Marcus Savage and Officer Kyle Hicks, who helped get that family to safety. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Officer Hicks, let me start with you. You arrived as the first family shot at was being taken to safety. What are you thinking at the scene as the suspect keeps firing?
We're just kind of looking to figure out where he's shooting from, and we're trying to kind of get an angle of where the best place for cover is and evacuation at this point. But he was just kind of moving around, and the gunshots just kept kind of hitting different locations, like he was firing just randomly at this area.
And Lieutenant Savage, you were the shift supervisor. Tell me about, what you saw and what you were able to do to try to get the shooter to stop.
Well, I tried to call him several times. I also hit my sirens so that he would know that the police department's over here, and hopefully that he would stop shooting this direction. Because often, if somebody's just shooting recreationally, they don't know what's going on until I hit the sirens, and then the shooting didn't stop even after that. But we still had to make sure the rest of the street was cleared, and we didn't have anybody that was hit. And we evacuated everybody we could.
So you went to evacuate the homes. The shooting continues. When do you realize, Lieutenant Savage, that the suspect is actually targeting officers, and specifically you and Officer Hicks?
Well, whenever we were at our vehicles, and initially I sent 3 other officers down there to make sure that everything on the south end of the road was cleared and make sure that everybody was safe down there. In that area where we were, we actually got engaged probably about 3 times. And then after a while, we had to leave the area just because it's not a safe place to be. If he's already shot at us 3 different times, and this is like a space, and then he'll shoot at you again, and then in a few more minutes, he'll shoot at you again. So we had to leave the area. So we left the area and then started walking through a field in a wooded area, probably about 100, 200 yards from where we were. And then we saw this elderly gentleman that we had to get out of the area because that was backed up to the subject's property. And we didn't get engaged again until we both got through the fence. If he would have shot at us before we got to the fence, we probably would have backed off or tried to find cover someplace else. But the subject waited until we were both on the other side of the fence, and then he started shooting at us. And there was no way you could go back through a fence whenever somebody's shooting at you. So then we had no other choice but to go forward towards where he was shooting at us from and close the distance and then get everybody out of that house in a safe place.
Now, Officer Hicks, I want to ask you about that elderly man who was in the line of fire. What are you thinking as you ran toward the home and effectively towards the bullets at that point?
At that point, I mean, the house was surrounded by a lot of really thick bamboo that was really tall. So we couldn't see any muzzle flashes or where the gunshots were coming from. We could just see the strikes on the ground, and we could hear them ringing off the fence posts on the cars. But we knew we still had to get to this house, one, for good cover because we were being ambushed out in the open, and then two, to get to that family so we could get them out. We knew it was an elderly male, and we weren't probably going to be able to go anywhere fast. And then once we got to that house, we had a good form of cover with the brick house as best we could, at least. But on either side of us was open field, so we were just stuck kind of in there till we could get some help in an armored vehicle down there to get us out safely.
And finally, Lieutenant Savage, the police department sends up a drone to find the shooter's position. He starts shooting at it. How did you realize that that was going to be the distraction you needed to move in to evacuate the family?
I didn't. I was actually gave him permission to put up the drone because I was trying to figure out where the shooter was. And then, yeah, he wasn't shooting at us anymore. He was shooting at the drone, which was a great distraction because then it kind of eased up off of us.
Yep. All right. Well, Lieutenant Marcus Savage and Officer Kyle Hicks, this is amazing stuff that you guys did out there. As I pointed out before, 2.5 hours that you stayed out there. This is after you went through the barbed wire, et cetera. What an unbelievable moment. And thank goodness you both were okay. Really appreciate you coming on the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.